right. So welcome to tonight's team call. I am Corey Mayo, your founder and CEO of Team Living Healthy and Fit. It is Wednesday, April 6th. I'm super excited to have you all here. I'm very excited to have one of our up-and-coming leaders, Ms. Chelsea Heinlen, hosting our call this evening. I know that she has some really good stuff to share with you guys, so I'm excited to hear that. Really quick before we get started, I just want to give a shout out to Josh Earl because he is on the board. It is only the 6th of the month and he is on the board with Success Club too. So great job, Josh. We're super proud of you for that. And with that said, you guys, I hope that you all give Chelsea your undivided attention like you do myself, and I'm super excited to hear what she has to share with us. It's all you, girl. I'll unmute you so you don't have to mess with it. You're good.
Okay, thank you. Hi, girl. How's it going? I'm super excited to host this call. I'm glad I actually figured it out. Thanks to Corey. Corey helped me out a little bit. I have no idea what I'm doing technology-wise, so it's amazing that it actually is working. So thank you very much, Corey, for inviting me to host the call. So I'm super excited to I wanted to share with you my story. Some of you I know do know, some of you may not know, just kind of how I became a coach, and my struggles, and then what how I'm taking my business now, and everything I'm doing. I'm going to show you my scheduling, how I kind of reach out to people, how I mark everything down. I am by no means a organized person, but I'm learning, so I just thought it would be fun to share with you how I do it, so maybe it would give you guys some tips as well, from how I learned down the road. So, I started as a coach about 2 years ago, and I was super excited. I didn't even know this opportunity was out there or existed. Since I started doing, Turbo Fire, or Turbo Jam, technically. That was the first one, because I'm old. But no, I started doing Turbo Jam, and I loved it. As some of you know, I want to be Shalene when I grow up. That's my goal. So started doing that, loved it, and when Corey presented me with the opportunity, I was just like, hell yeah, that's gonna happen, this is awesome. So I jumped right on it. I was like, she didn't even have to convince me. I don't think. I was like, really, this exists? Okay, give me the link, how do I sign up? So I signed up. Like most of you, or like anybody, when things are new and exciting, you're like, you're jumping on the opportunity, you're so excited about it, you want to, learn everything there is, and you just can't wait to start the business. And that's how I was. But then, life happens. Life happens, I fell off. I really stopped doing, I wasn't even hardly doing the vital behaviors whatsoever. I wasn't reaching out to anybody. I was barely posting. I actually became the heaviest that I have been in my life, when I was an active coach, which doesn't make any sense, but it happened. And then, kind of like just how Lori said the other night, or the other time for our team call, it just kind of hits you, you're stuck in this position, and then you have this opportunity laid out in front of you, and then it's just like, I can't fit into my jeans. I'm a fitness coach. You know what I mean? Like, what's wrong with me? So, not that anything was wrong, it's just one of those cycles that I had to go through, and so it just hit me. From there, I would say that I started really being an active coach about a year ago. And I wouldn't even say that. I would say that a year ago, it just kind of hit me like, okay, I've got to do something with this. I'm passionate about it, and I need to pursue it. I was watching other people grow, and I was like, okay, you know, there has to be more than life than what I'm doing right now. And you know, I kind of started, you know, I sold a challenge pack here and there. I definitely never hit Success Club. And then just one day, and again, going back to the last call with Lori, you know, I guess my advice is just keep going. Just keep pushing, keep being yourself, but just be here, be present. Because like she said, it'll just hit you one day. It'll just hit you. Like, you know, everything will just come clear. Like, oh, this is what I'm supposed to do. Like, I get it now. Okay, duh. You know, and that's what it kind of just happened for me. I was just like, one day, it was just like, boom. And I think I scheduled a call with Corey like 2 weeks later, and she was like, can I ask you what happened? I'm just like, I have no freaking idea. I just all of a sudden, I was just like, let's do this. I'm ready. So it'll come to you. It'll happen. Just keep going. There will always be obstacles in your way with coaching, and you're always growing. You know, you're continuing to grow. And you're not always going to know what you're doing. You're not always going to know or feel comfortable reaching out to people. But it will come to you, I promise. Like, it will just all of a sudden, like a light bulb will go off, and you're like, okay, I get this now. And you'll start being comfortable, and that's exactly what happened to me. And I think within that time, I signed up. I became an Emerald. I signed up, you know, it's through discount coaches. I signed up my mom and my sister under me, so I became Emerald. And a little bit after that, I signed up my coach Katie, which I love her to death. She you know, she is my only active coach as of now, but you know, I just love her to death, and I've known her previously, so it really made it special. Signing up a coach that I actually, you know, I knew previously and I've worked with before. And now we're even better friends than what we were, you know, before this. So, you know, you learn as you go and just keep going. And that's what I did. And, you know, and I keep continuing to grow. And I know that, I know this has been repetitive, but again, another growth in my business has been Tony Robbins, like hands down. Going to live events, finding something like that. I will be perfectly honest. I know Corey knows this. I sucked at first development. It's not that I didn't think that I needed it. It's just I've never been a reader. I love the idea of sitting down with a book. No, it never happens in my schedule. So it was just like I was thrown, like I never really did too much personal development before I went to Tony Robbins, to be honest with you. I heard of them. And then I was like, okay, sure, this sounds awesome. We're going to Florida. Okay, sign me up. And it was just like this, whoa, like, okay, so this is what personal development can do. Okay, I get it now. So it was totally life-changing. I mean, obviously, you know, there's a difference between going to a live event and reading personal development books on your own, I'm sure. But it was just life-changing. You guys need to get to an event. That's all I'll say, because I know it's been said a million times, but I mean, that's what changed me. I mean, to a different level. Like, you'll always hit these different levels in your business. You know, you're going to start off like not knowing what the heck you're doing, to probably falling off the wagon. Like, screw it, I don't know what I'm doing. And then, you know, it'll just hit you one day, and then you'll just continue to grow. So don't, you know, don't give up on yourself. Keep going. And, you know, the Tony Robbins events was just not only, it was just completely mind-blowing, reached my expectations. And what I learned is more about myself. And I feel like when you know who you are, when you can see that vision in front of you, when you can just picture it, it opens up a path for you. It's just like, okay, I get it now. So, That's what really sparked my business. Since then, I have been, I've just been reaching out like crazy. I've been doing personal development, and I wanted to share with you girls, like I said in the beginning, just a little bit into, since that event, how, I'll show you my calendar, how I write down things, how I reach out just real quick. I'll touch on that, and what's really changed. So, since then, I've reached out to probably at least 20 to 30 girls on the coaching opportunity. Whereas before, hell, it was probably like 5. And my whole, you know what I mean? And this was just like friends, and I'm not to like, not strangers, but people that I didn't know, people I had recently connected with, and I'm just, full blown, like, I know this is my dream, I know this is my passion. And it kind of going back a little bit, probably what really hit me in, pursuing this more was my job situation, where I work crazy hours. As all of you probably know, I travel like crazy, going to Rochester, getting stuck in airports, working 18, 20-hour days. And it just like, after my last German Shepherd restraining, trying to kill me, bite me, scratch me, I still have a bruise from 2 weeks ago on my leg. I'm like, what am I doing? Why am I doing this? Like, this is no. I'm not going to be doing this 5 years from now. Shit, I'm not even going to be doing this like a year from now. So anyways, that's what just sparked it on top of going to the event. Just get out of your comfort zone. And that's what the live events kind of do. It pushes you outside your comfort zone, right? Like I've never been good. I've obviously always been a social person. I love talking to people, but I've never been good at opening up, like on the inside, what kind of person I am, what I struggle with, that sort of thing. And that's what this event kind of made you do. As we said before, you talk to strangers about your weaknesses, your, you know what I mean, like what you're scared of, what your goals are, what can help you strive. And I was like totally out of my comfort zone, where everybody else was too. But that's what makes you grow. Like that, it totally, I was a different person after that, and you have to, start getting comfortable with being uncomfortable, because that's the only way you're going to grow. You're going to be like me and have the opportunity to just get, well, as Katie knows, if she's on this call, being scratched, bitten, peed on, pooped on by German Shepherds in about, 5 to, still 20 years from now, because there's nowhere I'm going to grow from this. Or get out of your comfort zone and actually reach for your goals, and that's just what it takes. So anywho, since then, I wanted to share with you just a little bit of my day-to-day, what I do. Hopefully this will help some of you. Again, I'm not an organized person whatsoever, but maybe some of my tips or what I do on a day-to-day basis will help you. So I think most of us have this always believe in yourself little booklet. This is my life right here. I mean, this is basically, I write down everything in this book. Like, I am not crapping you, like everything. Like, even, by the way, I missed my massage appointment today. Shit. They called me, you're like, by the way, you're supposed to be here for a massage. I'm like, oh shit. But anyways, I have that scheduled for this Saturday in here. But anyways, so after I came back from the event, I just kind of, I don't know if you guys, I'll try to, here, let me switch there. I tried to do this little fun highlighting thing. You guys can see that. So all the fun highlighting that, I'll probably get better with that. I try to make like a organization, like yellow was follow, pink was message, green was invite, something like that. It'll maybe work for me eventually, but as of now, I'm just writing down everything. So basically how I start my day, I get up, I'm getting up earlier. Eventually, I definitely do want to switch my workout routine to in the morning. I feel like there's such a great value at just getting up and getting your workout done, feeling better. I'm not a morning person, so I'm trying to get that into that routine slowly. So what I've been doing is getting up earlier to work my business. You know, where before, shit, I would sleep, like I'm a technician, I'm gonna get, again, scratched, bitten, peed on, pooped on, slobbered on. So I usually take a shower at night. So I got up literally 20 minutes before I had to walk out the door. I put on my scrubs, you know, kind of fix my hair, maybe put on a little makeup, and that was it, you know. I did absolutely nothing in the mornings, and now I'm getting up, I'm doing, for those of you who went to the Tony Robbins, I know some of you don't know what this is, but the priming exercises, I have that downloaded on my phone. So some mornings I do that. Some mornings I just get up and do like just the breathing exercises that he taught us, and just kind of taking just 5 minutes to myself to really think about my day and get everything organized. And going down and chugging some lemon water because it really helps. And I have been off of coffee, by the way. I've not had coffee since that event. So I'm doing good. And I have more energy than when I drink coffee. So, you know, just getting up and just taking some time for yourself, because that's really helped in my business. And I mean, I don't definitely do everything in the mornings, but at least I'm getting up earlier. I'm priming myself for the day. I'm getting myself excited for the day, and in a good mindset. You know, always seeing positive. I mean, that helps so much, especially if you work in a stressful environment. And then what I do is I either you know, follow up or reach out to 3 to 5 new friends that has friended me on Facebook the other day, or I follow up with 3 or 5 messages that I just couldn't get to that night. So I'm at least doing something. I'm messaging, and I'm always, you know, making sure that I'm doing my morning post on Facebook as well. So I do that. You know, it also scheduling my post out. I have like everything written, like, you know, water post, you know, I haven't even done that yet, but that's to come, you know, for, you know, just making sure that I have my ideas in my head on paper. Because sometimes I'll just be sitting there at dinner and something will come to me. I'm like, writing that down, that's a good idea. So I use this for everything, and I always make sure I reach out to 3 to 5 people a day, and you know, basically usually do that in the mornings with follow up. During the day, I take a million bathroom breaks, so people probably think that I have, you know, some kind of problem, but it's okay. And I sit there and at least message 1 to 2 people while I go to the bathroom. Sometimes I don't even see. So I just go in there and hide and be like, you know, let's message somebody right now. Or I make like my afternoon post or whatever it might be. So, and then, you know, I get home, work out, and then usually at nighttime is when I invite people, just to have a little bit more time to focus. If they message me back, and if they're interested, I have more time to focus on them and to respond to their messages. I'm trying to, you know, get out of it. You know, I always like to respond to people like as soon as they message me, but, you know, I'm trying to be like, just take your time, you know, and get back to them. But anyways, at night, it always seems like that's my best time anyways to send out my invites to whether it be challenge groups or coaching opportunity, because I have time to at least respond a couple times to them and give them some idea of what, you know, what the opportunity is about or whatever, before, you know, maybe even tomorrow, where they're like, okay, this girl just messaged me and I have no idea, you know, sort of thing. So so that's what I do. And again, I just reach out to 3 to 5 people, or, you know, just make new friends. Go through your you go through Facebook, and there's all these friends or your, you know, suggestions, and at least add 3 to 5 people a day. And what I do is, when they've accepted my friend request, I then message them usually the day or 2 days after, so it doesn't seem like I'm stalking them, but a couple days after, and just be like, hey girl, like, thank you so much for accepting my friend request. Usually it's somebody I went to high school with, so I see that you went to the same high school. You know, what are you up to these days, or are you feed off of their post or whatever it is. And that's really changed my business, just reaching out to people. You know, get out of your comfort zone, because me getting out of my comfort zone has completely changed my business. Not only, like you guys have probably known by, you know, Corey saying this or whatever, but obviously the people that you message, you're going to pop up in their news feed. So I feel like the people that I message, they're seeing my they're seeing my posts. They're, you know, so even if it's not the greatest conversation, they're like, you know, they get to see your posts more often. And just, you know, keep up with them. And then what I do is just I write everybody down that I even messaged, that even friended me. And even I will honestly put, you know, if I didn't get a good response from them, you know, 2 days later, I will say, message this person back, you know, just to kind of keep it in my head, or find something on Facebook or their newsfeed to, you know, that you relate to, you can ask a question to, or comment on their post, anything to get the conversation going. So that's basically how I reach out to people and try to keep just basically everything in here, like everything down, just to, you know, invite to challenge groups, and invite to the coaching opportunity, to even literally like follow on Facebook, like to that simplicity of following somebody on Facebook. Just because you've reached out to this person, just follow them, get to know them, and then you can reach out to them about the opportunity. So that's just kind of what I've done, and it's really helped me grow and just totally get out of my comfort zone. And again, getting out of your comfort zone, guys, you've got to, in order to grow. And before this opportunity, like I wouldn't have met so many amazing people. I wouldn't have reconnected with so many people that I knew from high school. That were, just a grade above me, that I knew in high school, just wasn't super friends with. And now I'm so close with so many girls that I went to high school with. It wasn't really in my, friends group then, but we are like great friends now. And I've made so many awesome connections just reaching out to somebody. Perfect, one of my friends that I went to high school with, I was so scared to ask her about a program. And I finally did, and she was like, she was just jumping on the opportunity. And I was like, okay. And then we've even chatted on the phone a couple times since then. And we've become awesome friends. And it's just, those people that you don't know that are out there, that can be just not only, again, obviously this business it's not about selling people or anything. It's about making friendships and helping people and just connecting with people. And that's what I've learned, is just connect with them, get the business side kind of out of your mind, and just connect with them. And everything will kind of go from there. So anyways, I've just made, getting out of my comfort zone, I've just made so many awesome friendships. I've met so many different people from so many different areas in the United States, or even out of the United States. It's just awesome to have these conversations with people. When will you ever get the opportunity to do that? I wouldn't. I'd be stuck in this little bubble that I called life before I had this opportunity, and you never get that kind of opportunity. So get out of your comfort zone. That's my speech. And I bought these cute new things for this is my future office, by the way. Hopefully one day. Anyways, can you see this? So that's one of my things, and then yeah, kind of move up. I don't know. Anywho, says, this is my favorite one. Everything you've ever wanted is on the other side of fear. So that's my favorite one. Those are getting hung up on my wall. That's it. That's all I've got.
Awesome. First of all, I love those. Those are amazing. Thank you so much for sharing all that. I had to grab a little notepad that's here in the room to write down some things because you shared so many tidbits of information that are so valuable. I find it interesting that you are doing very well getting out of your comfort zone and getting conversations going with people, because I know that that's something that you really struggled with. Like, what should I talk about? How do I keep that conversation going? And it's just proof that if you keep going and you push outside that comfort zone, you will master it. You will become better at it because you're continuing to improve, you're continuing to grow, you're continuing to try. So I love that. I love seeing that growth in you. That's amazing. And something else that I don't know if some of the newer girls on our team understand, but the interaction with people on Facebook increases your Facebook affinity. So that's what Chelsea was trying to share with you, is when you interact with people on Facebook. So let's say you have a prospect that you think would be an amazing coach, or you want to have in a challenge group. The more you interact on their photos and the more you interact with them through Messenger, the more your things are going to go into their newsfeed, because Facebook recognizes that you are interacting with that person on a regular basis. Okay, so hopefully that kind of makes a little bit more sense for you. There's something that you can do called interest groups. Some people do them by the month, some people do them by the name, but basically you can create lists of people on Facebook, and you would make it private so that you don't make it public and know that you're putting them into this group that's called like Coach Prospects or something like that. But you can create these interest groups, Google it or look it up on YouTube. It's really pretty simple. You create these interest groups, and then you can click on that interest group and see just those people in your newsfeed. So that way you're not wasting a lot of your time scrolling Facebook for the people that you want to interact with. You can actually pinpoint the people that you want to be interacting with on a regular basis. So if you want to learn more about that, YouTube has a lot of really good information on interest groups. Okay. Let's see. So stepping outside of your comfort zone is the message for tonight, obviously. And I love it because it takes being uncomfortable with your current situation to push outside of your comfort zone. So Chelsea shared with you that she's sick of traveling all the time and sick of being away from her boyfriend, and they're trying to move on with their life and always being gone and working the long days. She doesn't get a lunch break, you guys. Like, she seriously just stands in the back room and eats when she can because she's working such hard hours as a vet tech. So being uncomfortable with that situation is what is pushing her to make this business happen. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. So now she's increasing that when to come faster because she's pushing harder for her goals. Okay. So I love that. And the last thing I want to point out before we can open it to questions is, so she shared that live events is super, super important, right? This girl went to her one, I think you had gone to one live event before. I think it was your second, right? Was it your second that you went Emerald right after? Or was that your first?
I think it was my second.
Okay, so live events really weren't a priority. As she shared, personal development just wasn't a priority. She wasn't making the time for it, right? It's something so easy to do, but it's something so easy not to do as well. So after she made her Super Saturday event, literally within weeks, like 2 weeks, I think is what it was, she went Emerald. So the key to getting to live events is when you're excited as a new coach and you're excited to do new things and start pushing outside of your comfort zone and you're doing well, that starts to fizzle, right? If you don't keep yourself immersed and plugged into that community, it's going to fizzle. That's just the way that things happen. Life happens, you get busy, it gets pushed to the back burner, whatever. So if you keep yourself plugged into these live events that I tell you are so important, Super Saturdays, making sure you're getting your personal development, doing personal development live events like Tony Robbins, Shalene Johnson, Danny Johnson. I mean, there's so many of them. Getting to those live events keeps that excitement within you. It keeps that drive moving forward. But if you don't get yourself plugged into that community of people and you don't immerse yourself in that, you're going to get stuck in a rut. I mean, that's just the reality of it, because life happens. You know, it happens to all of us. But keep yourself plugged into that community of people so that you keep growing and you keep that passion for your goals. Okay? Thank you so much, Chelsea. Do any of you girls have any questions? We can open it up if you have any questions for her or anything that you would like to say, maybe what your takeaway was or anything like that. No? Everybody's being shy.
Don't be shy.
Don't be shy. Chelsea's not shy. She's got her glass of wine. She's all good. She said it's my rest night and I've got my glass of wine, so I am A-okay.
I'm chatting with girls. I could stay here all night, so we're good.
I love it. And that is a fixed approved amount of wine, correct?
Yes.
Now it is after she drank some.
No, it is. I've drank it down to that, yes.
Yeah, okay, so we're good. Oh, I love it. All right, girls. Well, if you don't have any questions, oh, Michelle raised her hand. Do you have a question, Michelle, or did you not mean to do that? That's really weird. I've never seen that come up. Hello, I have a question. Okay, I'm gonna guess that was oh, she lowered her hand. Oh, I don't know what this. Maybe she wants me to unmute. Do I need to unmute you, Michelle? I don't have you muted, so I don't know. See if do you have a question? No? Yes? No? Yes? Oh, I see a face. You do have a question. I don't have you muted, so you must have you muted. Okay, now you're unmuted. Talk. No. Can you hear her, Charles?
No.
I don't know. You're not muted right now, but I cannot hear you. Can you type it in the questions or in the thing, or is it too long? Oh, that's weird. Okay, now try. Say something, Michelle. No, I think she's typing, right? Because her phone's like teetering back and forth, like she's typing it in.
She said, "What app were you talking about?" Her husband interrupted her.
Oh, see, I see now.
Weird. What app were you talking about? My husband interrupted me. What were you talking about? An app? The interest groups, maybe? Is that what we were talking about? I don't remember talking about an app.
I don't remember talking about an app either. I don't really use too many apps.
Something she does. Oh, okay. So what you do in the morning. So the recording from the Tony Robbins when she does her priming, when we were talking about the priming and the breathing, we could probably share that in the group because we have the link for that, right? We have that from the UPW group. So it's called priming. It's something that you do in the morning. And there's also breathing exercises just to help clear your mind. It's almost like a meditation, and it takes about 10 minutes to do, that we all learned when we went to the Tony Robbins event. So Chelsea, would you mind sharing that link in our group? Awesome.
Yeah, I have it saved on my phone, so I'll save it.
Okay, perfect. Perfect. Is that what you were talking about, Michelle? Yeah? Okay, perfect. I'm sorry we can't hear you. I don't know what's going on. Okay, cool. Anybody else? No, Mr. Spike is ready for bed. Mr. Spike is Melissa's puppy up there. Hi, little buddy.
Aww.
All right, girls. Well, we won't keep you any longer. Thank you all so much for jumping on the call. Thank you for bearing with us while there was a little bit of confusion with the link and where we were going to all meet tonight. I greatly appreciate you taking the time. Chelsea, thank you so much for all your tidbits and sharing your information. We greatly appreciate it. You did an amazing job. And I will talk to you guys all later. Good night.